Alright guys, welcome to another video. This one for a change is not going to be about the E55 ASL, it's actually going to be about the car that is going to be towing the E55 ASL. This is a car I bought about a few weeks back, but since then a company called Shine Armor reached out to me and they said this car is way too crappy looking to be towing something like that. No, I'm just kidding, they didn't actually say that, but they sent me out one of their ceramic coating products to give it a try on this car, see how much better I can make it look. But right now this car is a bit too shabby looking to do this product any justice, so what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be giving the car a quick polish on a few of the places, doing a quick restore on the headlights, and yeah, just doing basic simple things, and then finally giving this product a try to see how much better I can make this car look within a matter of a few hours, hopefully. So just starting off by giving you guys a closer look at the car just so you can make a better comparison of the before and after. So right now the car is definitely not in the best condition. Like, the headlights are all fogged up, they're a little cracked on a few of the places, which I'm not sure if a restoration is going to take away completely, but I'm going to give it a try anyways. And the paint itself is also pretty dull right now. It has a few scratches on a few of the places, which I think a polish can definitely take away, but I'm also really curious to see how much shinier this paint can get after this whole thing is done. Also, looking at the side of the car, there are a few scratches that are running pretty much like the whole length of the car. I'm not sure how this got scratched up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure these minor scratches can also be removed by a polish. There's also quite a lot of scratches on the rear bumper actually. Like, if you look over here, there's a few marks over here, a few of these deeper marks that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to remove, but yeah, in general it's definitely not in the best shape. Apologize for the lighting here, by the way. This is just I'm just filming it in my driveway. After this I'm going to be taking this car to like a bit of an open space just to show you guys the results. So yeah, that's the current condition of the car, and now let's see how much better I can make it look just using simple tools, and hopefully within a matter of a few hours. So I started off by giving the car a quick wash. Now the Shine Armor ceramic coating does say that it can be used as a waterless wash, but since I wanted to polish my car first anyways, that's why I didn't want to give that a try. After the car was washed, I just dried everything off with a microfiber. So after giving the car a quick wash, now all the scratches that were on the paint, they're even more obvious now. So these are all the scratches that are on the side. I'm going to be starting off with these ones and then trying to remove as many as I can in other places too. So for removing the scratches, I'm just going to be using a polisher and some polishing compound. I'm only going to be polishing this car on the places that it's scratched up, because the rest of the paint I'm going to be ceramic coating it anyway. So I do want to see what type of a difference ceramic coating makes. If I polish the whole car, then the differences of the ceramic coating might not be that apparent. So for polishing, I just started off by applying the polishing compound on the place that was scratched and then just went over it with a polisher. For the places where the scratches were a bit deeper, I did have to sand them off first with the 2000 grit sandpaper and then use the polisher. But for places like this where the scratches were not that deep, I was just able to remove them with just polishing them. Now I only polished the car on places where it actually needed a polish. I didn't really polish the whole car, but if your car does have swirl marks all over the paint, it's usually recommended that you polish the whole car before giving it a ceramic coating, because what a polish does is that it's cutting away the top layer of your clear coat, so all the defects, all the swirl marks and scratches that are on that clear coat will be gone after you polish it. What ceramic coating is an extra protective layer that you're putting on top of your clear coat, so it's not going to take away any scratches or any defects that are in your clear coat. It's just going to give an extra layer over the clear coat, which sometimes does hide minor scratches and swirl marks, but it's usually just there to protect your paint and to add a bit of extra gloss to it. Once most of the scratches on the paint were taken away, next it was onto the headlights. So I started off by taping off all the surrounding areas just to make sure that I don't scratch them while polishing the headlights. After that I had to sand the whole headlight down with the 1000 grit sandpaper, and this is a bit of a tedious task and it's not really one I'm too fond of, because restoring the headlights isn't really a perfect process. You're just removing the top layer of plastic that has all that smoggy stuff in it, but if the plastic has started to crack, chances are it's going to keep on cracking, so even if you restore it once, after a year or two it's probably going to return to the same condition again. The only proper fix for this one is to change the headlight lens entirely, but then again the point of this video is just to cheaply restore the car within a few hours, because chances are if you own an old Mercedes diesel that you're only using as a tow truck to tow your race car, you're not going to be spending that much money on it to change the headlight lenses entirely. This is probably more of a realistic option that you might be looking for. After sanding and polishing the headlights for about 10 minutes, I just wiped everything down with the microfiber, and now you can see that the headlights are no longer smoggy, they're clear again. So after spending a bit of time just polishing the car and restoring the headlights, here's a look at everything. It's already looking way better than before. All the flaws in the paint are now gone. There's barely any visible scratches on the paint, but the paint still doesn't have that shine to it like you would say a Mercedes should have. So now it's time for the final step to give everything a ceramic coating and to see what type of a difference it makes. For the ceramic coating, I decided to put it on one side of the hood first, just to see if it would make any obvious difference. And for applying the ceramic coating, all you basically have to do is just spray this thing on your body panels, and then after that just use a clean microfiber and rub this thing into your paint a bit. And then right after that you just use another clean microfiber and you wipe the whole thing off. So all the extra ceramic coating that's left on your surface, you just make sure to clean that off, and you have to do that immediately, because if you leave this on your surface for too long, it could be that it hardens on your surface, and then it would be really difficult to remove all the rest of it. But it's definitely a really easy product to apply. It doesn't take long at all applying this and then removing it. And here's a picture to show you the difference between the two sides after one was ceramic coated and the other one wasn't. Now the difference isn't too clear in this picture because there were also trees on one side that hide the results a bit. But looking at it in real life, the side that was ceramic coated was a bit more glossier than the other side. The other thing that you immediately notice is that the side that is ceramic coated gets a lot slipperier than the other side, so this is good because it doesn't let dust stick onto your paint that easily. So after that, all I had to do was apply the ceramic coating on all the rest of the car. Now ceramic coating can be applied on all the plastics, even the windows actually. It's a good idea for your windscreen because it's also a water repellent, so it doesn't really let water stay on your windscreen for too long. Another place it made a big difference was on all the plastic trims, even like on the front bumper and stuff. I forgot to film that in too much detail because I wasn't sure how big the difference was going to be, but it was actually a pretty good difference that this thing made. Here's a look at the final result after the ceramic coating, and the car is pretty much looking like brand new. It looks like a glass right now. Like the lighting right now doesn't do it too much justice because it's gotten pretty late. It's 6:30 now. I started doing this at 4:30, so it's taken me about 2 hours to get this far, but I think this is a lot of work for 2 hours. Like that includes washing the car, polishing all the places where there were scratches, and then finally applying a ceramic coating. But what I'm going to do this result some justice is that tomorrow I'm going to take the car to like a big empty parking lot so that I can show you the car from a distance and how the whole paint looks like, because this is pretty amazing. Like I'm pretty surprised by the result. I was expecting it to be good, but I wasn't expecting it to be this good. This car, like, it pretty much looks brand new now. Like the paint is really shiny. All the flaws in the paint, like the scratches and stuff, they're pretty much gone. It's the next day and I've taken the car to a big empty parking lot so you can see the results a little better. And I think, yeah, this car definitely looks way better than what it did before. All the scratches on the side, you can see they're completely, well, almost completely gone. You can still see some of them, but nonetheless, yeah, the paint, it absolutely looks like extremely good now. Like it's really glossy. It's not like the dull silver it was before. All the scratches at the back, these are still there, but I didn't even attempt removing them because these have gone way below the paint. I can literally see the primer over here, so there was no point in attempting to fix that because the polish is not going to take that away. But nonetheless, for the amount of effort that I put into it, I think this is an extremely good result. To be fair, the car was parked outside in the rain overnight. It actually rained last night, that's why there's still a bit of leftover water on the car. But then again, I think that actually makes this test a bit more realistic, like leaving the car parked in the rain before actually showing you the result. So one of the benefits of ceramic coating is also that it doesn't really let water stick to the paint. Water just slides off, so that's why I did wipe water off on a few of the places, but yeah, this is pretty much the car. I didn't clean it up after like leaving it out, parked out overnight. So this is going to be everything for this video. I will link Shine Armor's website in the description below if you're interested in the ceramic coating. But from the next video, it's going to be back to the E55 ASL. I'm going to be starting on the carbon fiber bodywork. But yeah, that's everything for now. See you guys in the next one.